today I'm going to a friend of mine who is actually a revert, and she does hijama. She does cupping, and this is my first time actually doing it, so I'm really excited to go and see her right now and do that hijama. I heard that it's a little painful. I'm very excited that I want to do it, and I want to see how it feels and everything. So stay tuned. We see all the stuff over here. This is for Sister Amanda Zakaria. She lives in Garland, Texas, very close to Dallas area and DFW basically. And she does hijama. And as I said, you know, this is my first time actually. I'm going to be, you know, trying it myself. So yeah, and she's got some stuff over here. She's got all the cups and everything. So Sister Amanda, I'm so happy to meet you. Finally, we met before like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yes.
It was like when you did the speech in our school, and it was amazing. You know, the kids really loved it. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
What kind of led me to hijama was I was having some mandibular jaw pain, and nobody knew what the cause of it was. I went to the doctor, the ER, the dentist, you know, any kind of tooth specialist, x-ray, and I even went to go get an MRI. And it was at the MRI that the lady had told me that she had a few clients like this as well, or a few patients like this, I should say, that had the same issue, and it was worse than giving birth pains. So they had to put me on a special medication, which they could only give me 3 pills because it was that strong. So it was during those 3 days that I deemed it the most worthiest 3 days of my life, and then I needed to find a resolution for this. So I did some research in cupping, and in Arabic it's called hijama, which means sucking. And so I looked around in my area, which at the time I lived in Colorado, for cupping. So I came across an acupuncturist, and she did cupping. So I went to her, and she used a lancet versus a blade, but it was doable. And I told her, okay, just do like 5 little punctures, you know. And so she did. She put the fire cupping on me. And I would say in the first session, 50% of my pain went away.
MashaAllah.
And I said, okay, I want to go for a second session. So a few days later, I went for another session, and just 1 cup, and I would say almost 80% of my pain went away. So I said, okay, I wanted to do 1 more cup just to make sure. So I did 1 more cup. All of my pain was gone. So that's how I was introduced to the concept of cupping.
Right.
And then later on, I had issues with seeing blood, so from people that could help them just as it helped me, and I was in what I felt to be the worst of pain. In 2014, I started studying hijama with Hijama Nation, and that was the best experience of my life. And then 2015, I started practicing it.
You practiced it, and when did you get certified with it?
In 2015, and I have my certification.
Yeah,
here.
I see that. You deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see that you also sell other stuff that they are like organic, and so I tried the honey that you have. It's amazing. I love the honey. I even like got some for my mom too, and she loved it. Where do you get that honey from?
I do travel to San Antonio to get it.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Wow.
I travel round trip, and I do that because I've contacted all the beekeepers that I know of, and even the ones you see on the side of the road, you know, they're selling honey, and all of them say that the beekeepers feed their bees a sugar water supplement in the winter, and it's because they mass produce. So they take away too much honey from the bees, so they have to supplement them with sugar water to get them through the winter.
Right.
So I had tried that honey before. That's how I actually got into understanding about the concept of the supplementation. That when I was drinking this honey, or not this honey, but the other honey that was supplemented, something was wrong with it. So then I looked into it and had the honey tested as well, and you know, the honey I was taking did have sugar in it. It wasn't pure, so it led me to this. The beekeeper, he does not feed his bees any sugar water.
So tell me about the other stuff that you got over here. Yeah.
So I was introduced to this by my colleague, and she had, when I was first in Colorado, I was using Some other brands, I won't mention the name, just due for legal purposes, I guess, maybe, I don't know.
That's fine.
But I was using some other top-end brands, and for some reason, you know, I was the only hijama practitioner in Colorado, so I didn't know much, right? But the scratches took about 7 to 10 days to heal from hijama, which I thought was abnormal. And when I came here, my colleague, she put this black seed oil on me, and within 2 to 3 days, my scratches were gone. Yeah. So I looked more into it. I contacted the CEO, and he told me his whole story about how he came across this oil. And basically, this is organic Ethiopian black seed oil. It has the highest healing properties in it, which is comes from the TQ part of the seed, which is called thymokinin. So due to that, it heals faster. I started purchasing other items that they sell as well, such as black seed oil capsules, so you can take it on a day-to-day basis.
I've tried those, they're really good.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And then also too, the black seeds as well. They also have other black seed oil products, but those are the main ones that I really hold firm to. So.
And what is this over here?
So that is a organic Moroccan perfume bar.
Okay.
So it's just like a natural way of freshening yourself up. You can actually leave it in the room. It'll create a really nice scent. And then also, if you look above, I have my own essential oil lines that I've created that just really help.
I believe you made those.
I did make those.
Okay.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I in 2018 I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So I started leaning towards like the natural realm of things, of just trying to see how I could help myself. And I firmly believe that everything starts in the mind. So naturally, when you use your olfactory senses, which are your smelling senses, it really changes your mood. So I started creating it for myself, and it helped me get through what I was getting through.
Oh, you have frankincense.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And that's really another thing too, is I had ordered some frankincense from a guy in, I believe he was in Mecca, but he got it from Oman.
Are these the ones that you eat, or those are the ones that you burn?
You eat.
You eat.
Yeah. And so I noticed that the quality of the ones that I had gotten on eBay were kind of like, they would melt in your mouth. They wouldn't be chewable. You couldn't chew it like, you know.
No, I've had them before, so yeah.
And so this kind you can, and I liked it because you could reuse it as well for bihor if you want. So you don't have to trash it. You just, when you're finished with the gum, you just use it like as an incense to kind of purify your home. You burn it. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then about cupping or hijama, I would say try it at least once. Don't knock it until you try it. Because, and this is for the general public, but this goes back 4,000 years ago, even if not longer actually. But according to the Chinese scrolls, they did cupping as far back as 4,000 plus years ago. And they used it for medical purposes and healing in the body and allowing the body to detox, and which would allow the immune system to become stronger and allow you to function better. So I would definitely try it. It is a healing. I have not ever witnessed anything other than God's healing in people's life through this. I've not witnessed one time where somebody has walked out not receiving some kind of healing.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time with us. And now I'm going to be trying the hijama, and I will tell the people how does it feel right after. So I tried the hijama, and wow, it's amazing. It doesn't really hurt. It tickles when they use the sharp razor on your back. That's all what I felt, and it was a little bit like discomfort when they suck, the skin with the cups. But other than that, it was great. And then after I finished, I felt so much energized. And then after like few hours, I started feeling like sleepy, and I think that's a good thing. I felt very hungry afterward, probably because I was fasting. But I was told that it is okay to feel hungry because this is natural, because it increases the metabolism in the body. And so it may also help lose weight. And so I'm so happy that I did it, and I don't regret it. And I think I'm gonna do it again, maybe in a few days or few weeks. I don't know. So peace be upon you all.